Today we had our first group, which is session 1 of 8, and we learned different tools that we could use. We also conducted some calming and settling in activities, and then we talked about reviewing rules to support respect for each other in the group. The first tool that we will learn and kind of review today is our 5 parts to myself. The 5 parts is how each child has at least 5 major parts of life. A drawing of one hand, the handout that will be provided in the written summary is provided. And the 5 parts included my family, my school, my activities, my friends, and my body. And we discussed the importance of each part and how all the parts are connected to our values. We also talked about how knowing good things about each part for ourselves is important to our mood and our feelings and the work that we were doing as being part of a kid. Tool number 2 is related to each child is VIVID. So VIVID stands for valuable, imperfect, vulnerable, immature, and dependent. VIVID reminds us that children are not little adults. I know that sounds so obvious, yet in our day-to-day lives and our adult busyness, we may want our children to act more like adults, as that would make household chores go easier, and also require less discipline. But we got to make sure that we're practicing being vivid in the moment and remember that we all are humans. The next tool that we discussed and reviewed today is our 3 good things. So by humans, we're naturally drawn to negative life events that may take place. We may notice things that go wrong more easily than things that go well. So noticing what we watch in the news, occasionally is only good news, or looking at child's report cards and only focusing on the negative marks, it can get tough to kind of get down there. And even though I'm a psychologist working with children, I have been, and I need to remind myself to focus on the positive qualities or the mini milestones that we have, such as, laughing it off when we trip instead of worrying, or going a day without a phone call from the school. And those are called being strength-based, and that takes a lot of work. So when we look at the 3 good things, it's a daily activity in which a person thinks about back to their day and identifies 3 good things that have happened. And they could be anything along the lines of the sun shining, playing with friends, doing well at school, or having their favorite dessert. All of these things count as good things. So what you can help do is use the myself drawing as a way to help your child recall good things in their day. And also when adults do daily 3 good things, within a month the benefits show an improvement in their mood and their attitude. So I'd like you to try it out for yourself as well as trying it with your family. I also included a link to a YouTube video that explains a little bit more about the 3 good things in the summary that was sent out through the email. After every session, we'll have a tryouts. Tryouts are not homework, but just something that you can consider practicing at home and using with your child. I'd encourage you to try it out for a week, and if it's something that works well, continue to do it. So the first tools that we kind of looked at when we talked about tryouts are noticing when they become habits. So the more we practice, it more becomes part of our lifestyle, and this helps children kind of develop that success towards adulthood and becoming young adults and being successful through the habits they build. So our number 1 tryout that we're going to try is our 3 good things. So each evening, see if you can try and do a review and ask your child to tell them 3 good things that happened. Often kids may say, nothing was good, okay. But what you can say to that, and I suggest maybe you respond to saying, okay, seems like nothing at first, but what about recess? What about lunch? How do things go with your friends? And it could even be noticing them smiling or laughing or getting to school on time. And the big thing about the 3 good things that can be really helpful is the idea that having your child notice the great things that they go through, and also for them to see that you're noticing those 3 good things as well. The next tryout that I would encourage is reading the VIVID sheet that's also attached and making a sentence for each letter that feels right for you, and then practice saying it to your child this week. Talking about how I was imperfect, or I was immature, or I was vulnerable when I needed to ask for help. Showing them that you can be vivid as well encourages them to help be vivid. Lastly, what could be a fun family activity is, noticing how your child reacts when you talk about vivid, and then helping your child take a selfie to show them happy. Print it out, have it somewhere up in their room, a reminder that they are vivid too, and you can be valuable, imperfect, vulnerable, immature, and dependent, and still be that great person that you are. Thank you for listening and watching our Group 1 summary of our Life Tools group. Your support is essential and has a huge impact on whether the children will use the tools at home and at school. Please feel free to contact YouthNet if you have any questions about our tools or our group. Thank you.